I don't want to bring up their names. Okay? But you know who they are. And this is so great. I have never had such a young audience. No, I'm serious. This is the youngest crowd I've had in weeks. I did a show a couple of weeks ago at one of the senior living places, and I got there very early. I'm sitting in the lobby, and this young lady comes over to me, 97 years young. And this is a true story, 97 years old, and she's talking about baseball. I'm a Tiger fan and my team lost. She's talking about baseball. She's talking about history of baseball. She's talking about politics. She's telling me about these two candidates, these dumbbells that we got running for county executive. She's telling me about history. She's telling me about everything. And I said, Miss, I'm sorry, but you got to excuse me. Do you know who I am? And she says, don't worry. You go to the desk. They'll tell you. She set me up, boy. And I did a senior show at one of the churches a few weeks ago. And the father, the priest, introduces me as Mr. Mick Brier. Mr. Mick Brier, direct from Ireland, is here to entertain you. So I said, Father, I mean no disrespect, but my name is Mark Brier. I'm not from Ireland, even though I have relatives from Ireland. I'm from Long Island, right, Long Island. And he said, sorry, I made a mistake. I must have had him on Senior Moment. So I get taken all the time. It's amazing. Okay, we haven't done one of these big shows on a Sunday since last year when we had the storm. Super Hurricane Sandy, right? That was October 29th. And, you know, I don't like to talk about politics because, you know, I don't know. Okay. I don't like to make political jokes because sometimes they get elected. But the guy who shined, the guy who really came forward and showed how he cared about his people during that storm was Governor Christie. I don't care if you like him or if you don't like him, but he cared about his people. He didn't care if you're a Republican, you're a Democrat. He cared about his people. And he stood there with our president, Barack Obama, and cared about the people. And when they stood next to each other, you didn't know if you had the number... you think you had the number 10. That's what I was trying to say. You didn't know if you had a golf course or a golf club. But he did a great job as compared to the idiots we have running our county here today. These two morons, these clowns who are running for county executive, just came back. The two of them were on a fact-finding tour in London. And they went on a bus tour. And the bus tour driver said, we're going to take you to a place very famous right after lunch. And they took them to a place after lunch. And the place was called Runnymede. And the tour director said, this is where the Magna Carta was signed. And these two dummies who were running for county executive said, when did that happen? And she said, 12:15. He said, why didn't we come before lunch? That's what we got running. And the idiot who's in there now, he wanted to close down Nassau Community College. He wanted to close it down because he heard that the students, the male and female students, were matriculating together and sharing the same curriculum. He's sharp. And right after the storm, he went to Long Beach with Governor Cuomo, and he stood there and told the people, this is Governor Cuomo, whose father I respected very much. And Governor Cuomo said, yes, my father was a wonderful politician. He said, politician? I thought he was Perry Como. This is what we got running. Oh, God. And they got some of the, what's that? And Congress, oh, God. Look at some of the people we've elected. Governor Spitzer, look what he did, right? He tried to run for controller of the city. I mean, look what he did. And I was his accountant, too. I told him where he could find a woman for $200 a night, and he's spending $4,000. In New Jersey, you had Governor McGreevey. Remember him before? He hired some guy that came from Israel to be a security guy and his driver. He gave, and also he was his whatever. He gave a whole new true meaning to the term blowing the chauffeur. I think I got away with that.
Yes, you did. You got that.
And then Anthony, what's his name? Anthony Weiner, he was running for mayor, right? Oh, God, that's unbelievable. He wanted to run for president. He was going to get Eric Holder, our attorney general, to run with him. The bumper stickers would have said, Weiner Holder. And look who else we've had. Mark Sanford in South Carolina. The guy ran off. He was the governor of South Carolina. He went to Argentina to meet his girlfriend. And he said he was hiking in the Appalachians. They threw him out of office. He came back. He was elected to the Senate. It's amazing. The guy, Filner, or whatever his name is in San Diego.